All right, family. We black once again. You with the general. You already know we ain't got nothing but fire, raw commentary for your family news, politics, history, culture, black power. You already know what it is. And before we even get started, I want y'all to make sure y'all get on over there to my Patreon. We got some fire presentations, videos over there right now since Kamala Harris is claimed to be on her way back. We got some fire. Matter of fact, I'll show the flyers before we get up off of here. But anyway, the Pope is not privy to United States national security intel, and so he should keep his mouth closed about the national policies of the United States. Who is the Pope? The Pope ain't privy to no damn intel. You see, you're not privy to no intel like that. And so you want to go around with this vain hope that everything gonna be all right, going around with this vain hope that and that if somebody got to get their head tapped on, is it somebody's being a bully? No, sometimes in as much war that the Catholic Church has brought on this planet, and it's still holding on to treasures and benefit from them wars. I mean, nobody in the world, the Catholic Church most definitely need to keep its mouth closed and deal with what's going on with, and both of them is in trouble when it comes to that, all that pedophilia, you see, and so all of them is highly guilty of that. But anyway, the Catholic Church most definitely is the flagship, and they need to be in there getting them parishioners together and paying off them parishioners for all that abuse that been going on in the church. But I don't want the Pope to be the leader of national security, and that's what you got a damn military for. That's what you got your CIA and your intelligence agencies for. Every nation on the planet got an intelligence agency and provide them with the most update information as to what is going on. And that's what you move on. You don't move on the vain hopes of the Pope and some damn some religious fanatics and things of that nature. And so a lot of Christians are up in arms because Donald Trump said that the Pope was weak. He put himself in that predicament, to get called out like that. He does not know the national security situation that the United States is in. And if the United States is in any threat or danger of being attacked, that's why we voted the damn government in there to do what is necessary to protect the people, regardless to what anybody else thinks. Shit, I mean, Iran, they didn't ask Iran to come up off that damn uranium a damn 1,000 damn times. They enriching it beyond what is required civilian use, and if they enriching it to levels where it could be used as a bomb, then they ask for it. How long we been going through this shit with Iran? How long we been going through this shit with Iran? Nobody wants Iran to get no damn weapon. Okay. And so, we're gonna talk about China and India and all of that. And it's really sad out there, and like I say, this is not, particularly support for no Donald Trump, because but there are certain policies that I agree with, that I personally come to my own understanding, and anybody with a logical mind would come to that understanding. So it's just because we have two, where we come, to a similar understanding, in a similar understanding in a particular situation like deportation. We sick of that. Yes, if you illegal, get your ass up. Ain't support for every policy that Donald Trump, enact, in his administration. No, that's not what that is. But people got to have logical sense, and which a lot of people out here don't have logical sense. They root for another team across the goddamn water. And I see why our community is because niggas do that shit even with other races right down here in their own community. They do that shit too. You see, and so that's just how it is. You allow the Arabs to run your community, you allow the Orientals to run your community, and so you don't have no communal security. You don't have community security, so you damn sure can't, call it right when it's time to call it right, even for national security. And so, Iran just, they got to feel the wrath. And the crazy shit about it, people don't know and people don't know because they sitting up here talking about how Iran ain't running shit. Do you know that they technically, all that shit on that 10-point plan, they themselves conceded on a lot of them damn 10-point as far as restitution and all of that. The only thing that they really still had a divide in was the uranium. You see? Yeah. You say what they say? Nigga, Blake Bean, get your sick ass up off of here. I didn't see you in there. Nigga, go somewhere and with your flip-flops on. Don't come on here with your house shoes crying, nigga. Get on up out of here, nigga. Yeah. Get on up out of here. You weak, nigga. You know me. You can't come over here and be a weak nigga. You know you can't come in my comments with that. Be gone, nigga. You the type of nigga why we got to get rid of. Use a plague. Use a plague in the community, nigga. Use a plague in the community. You the right type. You the type of nigga we got to detox from. Coming here crying. Don't ever just the first thing you say, you coming in here being on the other side, nigga. Go somewhere and sit your silly ass down. It's fucking Tuesday, nigga. Go find a job or something, nigga. Come in, you just a nigga with a cell phone, nigga. You know what I'm saying? You a nigga that only can afford to pay your cell phone every month so you could troll on another nigga channel. Show punk ass up over here, nigga. We over here talking national security, and you come right in with liquor store politics. You can't get no nigga that only ain't been no further than a liquor store to come in here and talk nothing about no national. He come in, first thing he talking about how he love the beast. Yeah, nigga, man, come on, man. We need to eradicate nigga. We need to do, and that's why I like Donald Trump, because we need to do a lot of you niggas like he doing them damn Arabs over there. Whatever y'all want to call them. You put a turban on their goddamn head. You can't tell one from the other. Yeah, they say, oh, this is the Persian. Yeah, nigga, get on up off of here, nigga, with your panties on. You see what I'm saying? It's time to get you and them damn Mexicans out here. Yeah, nigga, we know you. Anytime a nigga come in here, trying to protect, say he love Mexican. Yeah, nigga, cause you land with him, nigga. You probably got all kind of diseases, nigga. Yeah, we got to put a quarantine sign on that nigga. Yeah, you got to put a quarantine sign on that nigga. Deport him and they ass. Yeah, get him, Art. Yeah, go on, get him, man. Put it on his ass. But anyway, family, we just letting the Pope is not privy to national security, and he need to, he need to clean up the Catholic Church. That's what he need to do. You know, the Catholics is in no position of moral standing, and they most definitely, as far as national security, uh, 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 you know, to be trying to tell a military and national security of the United States what they should and should not do, knowing he don't know the real demographics of what's going on at this time. So, you know, Pope Leo need to go find his ass somewhere and sit down and go do him some prayers and some damn some baptisms and shit. Go do mass, you know, focus on mass, Pope Leo, and stay out of this. You know, y'all had all that time to deal. See, because they knew it was coming. And they see that just like China. We're gonna get on China and we're gonna get on India. They knew this was coming. And China and India sneak dissing, and then a lot of them European nations are up there sneak dissing too. They sneak dissing. And I sit back and I watch this shit for myself. You know, and I watched that old leader over there in the UK. What's his name? Keir Starmer, a straight hater. You know, because Donald Trump done punked his ass so many times. Now he's sneaking around, you know, giving speeches and shit, you know, trying to say that they not getting off into, you know, wars and shit. And they didn't call British, didn't rob more people on the planet in the last 1,000 years than any one nation. The British ain't nothing but thieves. If you go over there in the museums and all the gold and diamonds that they even robbed out of Africa and India, goddamn it, they wouldn't be over there with a good pair of socks on, goddamn it. You could, everything that they got over there, they done took. And then got enough nerve. And then that's why Vladimir Putin just went over there and punked Keir Starmer. He rode Russian warships all up and down through next to their country. And he gonna call, you know, like he gonna board a damn vessel or some of their ships, and Vladimir Putin sent one of his warships to escort, you know, his whatever he, you know, his commercial ships. You know, Keir Starmer gonna act like he was gonna board some of Russia's commercial ships, and Vladimir Putin sent a damn warship behind them, and that punk Keir Starmer ain't did nothing. And that little punk president over there in Spain, you know, Donald Trump, because they didn't want the United States to take off from, you know, bases. And goddamn it, y'all been, you know, begging every day. And I'm talking about for Black Americans too. Our dollars went over there to Ukraine. They begging America to support Ukraine, but yet and still talking about Ukraine. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us. We should cease and assist over there in that shit immediately and let them fight that shit out for themselves. Don't give them a goddamn dollar. And if Vladimir take over all that shit over there, no good for their ass. You see? That's what's wrong with them over there. But anyway, and the Pope is aligned with that NATO shit. That's his real stronghold over there in Europe. That's what it is. And so he gonna fall behind a lot of them weak leaders over there in Europe. You know, he gonna fall behind. And so you can't, the Pope, the leaders over the European leader, they weak. They days a thing, you know, when they could conquer many of the nations on earth and plunder and pillage and colonialize, them nations is over. If any one of them nations in Europe take a goddamn army down in Africa or Asia today, it wouldn't be a man to return back home. They'll kick their ass. You see? Yeah, you know, they'll kick their ass. It wouldn't even be a man. So they depend on the United States, and they've been using the United States far too damn long. But anyway, family, I appreciate y'all, man. We got a line up today. Come right black. Let me see if I can get this. Let me see. I didn't pull back out my you know, because Kamala Harris say she coming back. She might run again. So I said, uh-oh. Let me go on and get my playlist. This is one on right here. Get on, man. This one right here. This ain't nothing but heat. I want y'all to put this in. There you go. Yeah, look at y'all. Yeah, I'm hurting you niggas. It only take a second, man. Don't nobody even see what you're saying, man. It's just that quick. I done banned you. So if you out there and you put something in there, do you know how quick it was? Didn't nobody even get a chance to see your weak ass. I deleted you before people could even see you. Damn, man, you a worthless person. You gonna make me go back to my cussing, when I cuss so damn much. Okay, so right there, family, there we talking about Kamala Harris's Hindu Brahmin family, the most, the most racist caste system on the earth. I want you to get on over there and to Patreon. The link is right there. Man, I got some videos inside of there that line up on Patreon, on the Brahmins, on the connection with the Jew elite. Man, that shit is exquisite. Get over there, right? And I'll be right back. Arm yourself with knowledge, bang on the wicked beast, daily liberation through African education and confrontation. Black Pop.